Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 10 top most common skincare mistakes that we tend to do and that prevent us from getting the best results with our skincare products, with our skincare routine. Those mistakes that you might make without noticing it can truly prevent you from reaching your goal when it comes to your skin. While listening to the video, please let us know if you feel that you are doing or maybe you were doing in the past some of those mistakes. Please share them with us in the comment section. The first common mistake is that you are not using skincare products which are made for your skin type. And by doing that, you may create other issues that will push you to buy additional products that you don't need in order to fix the problem that the first product created. And I'm going to give you an example. I think it was a couple of years ago that one of my friends asked me if I knew any product she could use to get rid of her blackheads. And I was surprised about her question because she really has perfect skin. She doesn't have any skincare issues. So my first question to her was, but do you usually have blackheads? And she said, usually no, but recently she has noticed that she was having them. So my second question was to ask her what was her current skincare routine. She told me that as her moisturizer, she was using the very popular at the time CeraVe moisturizing cream. And I was surprised about that because I know that this cream is very rich. It is designed for dry to very dry skin, and she does not have very dry skin. Her skin is more like a normal skin type that can become combination with an oily T-zone in the summertime. So I asked her why she was using this very rich cream on her face, and she told me that she saw it online and that her face enjoys it. She felt the need to moisturize better, but around her nose she was getting some blackheads. And she did not correlate the fact that the cream could cause this issue. It was just me asking questions about her skincare routine, and her cream in her routine did not make sense to me. So instead of me telling her to buy a new product to get rid of her blackheads, my advice for her was that this rich cream was probably too much for her nose area and that she should use it mainly on the perimeter of her face, and then only what is left on her skin should go into her nose by just gently tapping. That way her nose will get a little bit of a moisture but not too much, because it will get a smaller quantity of this rich cream. She did that and she thanked me because she saw her blackheads disappear. And she was surprised because she really thought that she needed to buy a new product, but her problem was that she was not using the right product for her skin. And if she had bought a cream for normal skin type, she would have been able to use it all over her face without any issues. Now, because she was already using this product, I didn't want her to buy another one. I just gave her a tip to use it better, making her realize that her skin did not need as much moisture. But this product was very trendy at the time. It was advised to everyone, although in the packaging it is clearly mentioned that it is for dry to very dry skin. So unless you are a master when it comes to skincare, you should avoid to reach for products that do not target your skin type. I must say that I have an exception here when it comes to oily skin, because I have oily skin. I used to have very oily skin, and unfortunately many brands don't know how to care for oily skin. Their products tend to be too harsh on the skin, too drying on the skin. They tend to use harsh ingredients So my advice if you have oily skin is to target products for normal to combination skin. And as I explained my friends, for instance, when it comes to a moisturizer, you may just have to use a little bit of it in order to get moisture without the extra oil. The second common skincare mistake that I notice is that you don't give time for your products to work. And I'm talking especially about products which are supposed to transform your skin. For instance, products which target hyperpigmentation or acne or signs of aging. No matter the brand, no matter the ingredients, in order to make a change in your skin, you need time. The only reason that could make you stop using a product is if you notice an allergic reaction or if you start to break out too much, then obviously that's a sign that the product is not for you. But if at the beginning you don't notice anything, then continue to use this product. And if you see zero results within 3 months, that's a bad sign. But if you see some result within 3 months, then continue at least for 6 months. And I know that it is annoying because everyone wants to see results right away, but our skin takes time to renew itself. So no matter the product you are going to use, it's going to take time for you to see results. Time is not the only thing. You have to use the product correctly, how the brand tells you to use. You have to use it consistently every day if you are supposed to use it every day, and then you have to give it time. And in order to do that, you have to be patient. And only when you do that, after several months, you can evaluate this product and see if it's working for you or not. Because if you give up too early because you think it's not working, in reality, you don't know if the product is working or not because you didn't give time for the product to work. So the problem that may occur is that you will give up on all products and trying new products and give up on the new products to try new products, and then it is an endless cycle where you try new products too fast without ever knowing which product is actually working for you or not. The third common mistake I often notice is that you are using too many new products at once. If, for instance, you choose to change your routine and you decide to include 3 new products in your routine, and let's say within 2 weeks you notice that your skin is breaking out or you have redness, then how do you know which of those 3 products is causing the issue? You won't know, and you are going to lose time by trying to figure out which product is the issue, or you may give up on all products, although maybe only one is causing the issue. So the best way to do things is to include 1 new product at once. You buy 1 new product, you test it for 2 to 3 weeks. If you don't have any reaction, then only you can add an additional product. And that's why I always feel weird when I came across videos where people talk about their skincare collection, and you see those videos where people have a ton of skincare products and they have so many that for sure they can't test them one after the other. If you have so many products and you have to use them, there is no way you can tell how a product is working on your skin when you do that. It's also, in the end, a waste of money. If you are trying to get the best from your skincare routine, if you are trying to figure out which product benefits you the most, then that's something you should not do. The skincare mistake number 4 that I often see is that you follow every skincare trends. And obviously within those past, I don't know, maybe 10 years, especially those past 5 years, skincare brands, skincare routine, skincare products have turned into something that it was not. It looks a lot like fast fashion now, where influencers and brands and this beauty industry will focus on a new ingredient or a new type of product every 2 months and claim that it is the best new thing. And if you enjoy skincare, then you might be tempted to try this new ingredient or this new product. But now skincare has turned so much into fast fashion that we have new trends so often that if you follow those trends, you won't be able to follow those rules which I've just talked about. If you follow those trends, there is no way you can give time for your products because you need to follow the trends and they now come so fast. And if you follow those trends, you will want to try several new trends at once. And I've just said that you should avoid to use several new products at once. The way skincare trends are pushed nowadays is, in my opinion, the worst way to build a good skincare routine. And the worst thing is that in order to create new buzz around a trend, very often brands, but also everyone working in this beauty industry, will hype an ingredient and a product so much that it does not make sense. And that was the case with the ingredient hyaluronic acid, which for a long time was pushed as an anti-aging ingredient, although when it comes to skincare, there is no study, nothing, saying that hyaluronic acid has anti-aging properties. And when it became too obvious, the focus was on hydration and the fact that hyaluronic acid is the best hydrating ingredients out there. Although, once again, there is no study proving any of that. And if you have ever tried many moisturizing products containing hyaluronic acid or other ingredients, you will notice that hyaluronic acid does nothing special compared to other good moisturizing ingredients. And I've talked about that in depth on a video that was dedicated to hyaluronic acid if you are interested. Those different trends and the way they are pushed to us is just a way to make us spend more money and faster. And in the end, your skincare routine is not going to improve by chasing every new trend. The mistake number 5 that is preventing you from getting your best skin is something that is not talked about enough, although it is obvious, and it is that you should see a dermatologist. I know that depending on where you live, it can be complicated. I know that you may have had a bad experience with a dermatologist. I myself had bad experiences with several dermatologists, but I continued to look for a good one and I have a good one now. And it is very important because you may be watching skincare videos after skincare videos, including dermatologists online, but maybe what your skin issues are needs medication and skincare is not enough. And the only person that can tell you that is a dermatologist that will see your skin in real life. Some acne can't be solved by skincare and they need medication. Some type of rosacea also need medication. Some type of hyperpigmentation will only improve enough with medication and not skincare. And let's not forget about skin cancer that only your dermatologist can identify. So taking the time to find a good dermatologist and to have your skin checked by him or her is so important. The mistake number 7 is something that I have talked on a previous video, which is very important, and it is that you don't have your skincare staple. And those staples are a moisturizer that works for you, a cleanser that works for you, and the third staple is not just a skincare product. It regards being mindful with sun exposure or having a sunscreen. Regardless of everything I've just said, even if you are mindful with what you use on your skin, you never know how your skin might react to a new product. This product might be on paper perfect for your skin, but your skin may not like it. And when it happens, the only thing you can do is go back to your basic product. That means that when you have a skincare problem, these are the products you can rely on. These are the products you can always go back to. And if you want to know which one are my foundation products, you can check out my videos where I talk about my favorite moisturizers and my favorite cleansers. The skincare mistake number 7 is not going to surprise you if you watch my YouTube channel, and it's about fragrance and alcohol. My skin is very sensitive to fragrance and alcohol. I know that it is not the case for everyone, but in my opinion, at least everyone should be aware that your skin can be sensitized to those ingredients. If fragrance is not a problem for you, at least be mindful that it may become a problem in the future, because allergies or sensitivity to fragrance can surface over time after many years. But if you don't know about that, then when it happens, you don't know what's happening and you just keep on trying new products to try to fix the issue, when the issue is coming from all the fragrance in your skincare routine. The most efficient way, in my opinion, is to use fragrance-free and alcohol-free skincare products, because by doing that, you minimize your risk of irritation. Let's say you use 5 fragranced products in your skincare routine from different brands, because we tend to use products from different brands. Then each product has a different fragrance. And although fragrance is listed as one ingredient in the ingredient list, that does not mean that a fragrance is made of one ingredient. Behind the word fragrance, you can have 10 or 50 ingredients, but you don't know which one. So if you react badly with a product that contains fragrance, you don't know if it is the active ingredients in the product that are causing the issues. You don't know if it is one ingredient that composed the fragrance. You are kind of blind. And if you have several products like this in your skincare, plus fragranced makeup, then that is a lot of fragrance on your skin. I prefer to use fragrance-free product. The next tips are more interested if you are thinking about anti-aging, and those tips, in my opinion, are not talked about enough. When it comes to skincare, we often talk about the face, we sometimes talk about the hands, the décolleté, but when it comes to the body, there is not much talk about it. I see products that target the body with retinoids ingredients, but in my opinion, there is a better way to prepare your skin on your body when it comes to aging, and it is to build muscle. As you age, your skin on your body will not look the same if you have tiny muscles or if you have been able to build your muscles. Obviously, it looks so much better when you have muscles. I'm not talking about being a bodybuilder, obviously, but building muscle is so important, and the only way to do that is to work out. There is a lot of talk at the moment around weight lifting, but in my opinion, there is too much talk on that. People forget about the different other ways you can build your muscles. And if you work out over time for years, then you will definitely see the results. You can swim, you can dance, you can run. There are many options. The next skincare mistake also concerns the body, but also the face. And it is about maintaining a healthy weight. Because when you get older and you are overweight to the point that it is affecting your health, at some point your health will be even more impacted as you get older, And the work you did not do when you were younger, you will have to do it as you get older, whether with your doctor and nutritionist or through medication. Because when your health is really at risk, then many of us will get higher motivation to do something about it. And obviously, if you have to do something about it, do it. But when it comes to your skin, the best way is to do this work when you are younger and to maintain a healthy weight. And a healthy weight does not mean that you have to be skinny. It means a healthy weight. Because as you get older, if you lose weight, your skin is not going to snap back as if you were in your 20s. And that shows on the skin. That shows on the skin on the body. That also shows on the skin on the face. And it does not look good. So if you are buying very expensive anti-aging skincare products in your, let's say, early 30s, but you are very overweight, then my advice is don't spend your money on anti-aging. Focus on your weight first, because all of the products you can use will not do anything if you have to lose 30-40 pounds when you reach your 50 or 60s. It will definitely impact your skin. So make sure you have a healthy weight, and obviously the best way to do it is to have a well balanced diet and to have an active lifestyle. And here I'm not even talking about working out, which is important, but when it comes to weight, diet and being active every day is what matters the most. For my diet, I do it simple. My focus is on non-processed food, and I make sure that I eat a well-balanced diet with a lot of vegetables, animal protein, and I eat also carbs, but they are not the focus on my everyday meal. And if you were wondering, that is what works for me. I have videos on this channel where I share several recipes, where I share what I eat in a day, and those videos truly represent how I eat. The next mistake is that you don't pay attention enough to your lifestyle. So I've talked about working out, I talked about being active, I talked about a healthy diet, but that is not the only thing that will make you age faster. And here I am talking about stress, I am talking about sleeping, I will talk again about food, and I will include alcohol here as well. And those things, when you don't do it properly, will definitely affect your skin as you get older. Alcohol, for instance, is not talked about enough because too many people love their alcohol or their wine, but let's be honest, when it comes to skin, it is damaging your skin. The more you drink, the more it will damage your skin long term, but even short term for some people, when they drink, they can get puffiness, they can get dull skin. So people should not forget about that. For other people, sun exposure, as I quickly explained earlier, is what will damage their skin. And you may not see the damage now, but you will see it as you get older. Same thing for eating an unhealthy diet. You might be young, eating a very bad diet, but have naturally good skin. But as you get older, all those nutrients which are lacking in your diet, all those things that got into your body that are working against your body and damaging your skin, all of this will show up as you get older. And I am 42, and if you are around my age and older, I'm sure you have noticed around people you know that those bad habits are catching up when you start to reach 35, 40, 45 and more. And as we get older, regardless of the skincare we use, you can start to tell who has had a healthy lifestyle those past years. Just because you had an unhealthy lifestyle does not mean that you can't correct it. The sooner you correct it, the better, but it's never too late. Regarding myself, when it comes to that, I eat a healthy diet. I don't drink alcohol. I keep myself surrounded by good people to minimize stress. When it comes to sleep, I don't sleep a lot, but I don't need to sleep a lot. And I make sure to sleep enough for what I need. So I try to live a healthy lifestyle, obviously for my overall health, but I'm not gonna lie, also for my skin. The last tip is a bonus tip, and it is that too many people don't listen to their skin. So I've gave you many rules, but in the end, you also have to listen to your skin. I'm gonna give you an example. Salicylic acid is an ingredient that is recommended in the skincare world and also by dermatologists to oily skin and to people with acne skin issues. And I suffered a lot from acne as I was younger. I still have acne prone skin. I still have oily skin. But salicylic acid in leave-on product like a cream, a serum, or a toner has never worked for me. I tried it a lot when I was a teenager and a young adult. I tried it with really good formula. It never worked for me. It always makes my skin break out more, and it always used to make my skin look more dull. So after years of trying, I understood that it took me too long, and I don't use it. I use it in form of a mask. I explained that recently on a video, and that works for me. But a few years ago, when the salicylic acid Paula's Choice toner was very popular, I have a friend who asked me if I'd tried it. And when I told her no, she was surprised because I do have oily skin. And I told her that I tried this ingredient back in the days when I was younger and it never worked for me. So I learned my lesson. And even if something is trendy, we have to remember that not everything is made for our skin. And if it's not working for you, then don't push it. And at the same time, the only way to know if something is not working for you is to follow basic skincare rule, which is that you have to use them and test them properly. And when you do that, then it's clear when a product is working or not for you. In the comment section, let me know if you have any skincare issues in your routine. Let us know if you have any additional tips which I may have forgotten in this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.